Welcome in, everybody. American and Leeds, the YouTube channel. Please like, please subscribe. I never say this one, but please notifications. Be notified. Be notified that we are doing live content or uploading videos from Alaska to Australia, New York to the Netherlands, Bangkok to Beeston. Cheers and good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is 9 o'clock here on the East Coast of the United States. You'll probably be digesting this in the morning, so I wanted to say happy Wednesday. Transfer window is open. It is open. It's the quiet before the storm. I've got some notes. We'll try to get in and out of here in 10 minutes. If we're over, that's okay. So yeah, it's the quiet before the storm. 49ers, I sent out a tweet. I've said it in other videos. The 49ers will not say anything unless they have something to say. The 49ers will not say anything until they have something to say. And they're more interested in getting this right than getting this done. I think you've seen that in a few articles. You've seen Phil Hay hint at that, but they are not in a hurry. I know you're probably saying, well, they should be, Alex. The transfer window's open. We need a football manager in here. We need tactics. We need to get the roster trimmed down. I talked about this earlier in another video. The 49ers have what I call patient capital. This is not going to be run like a business like Rad Rosani where we had to make money year over year. The 49ers will be okay with losing money for the long-term investment of making a lot of money, which means stadium upgrades, which means getting to the Premier League, which means a lot of different things. Now, unfortunately, because we're in the second division, there's a lot more FFP rules that we have to adhere to. And listening to Benjamin Bloom, Football Channel, a big shout out to him. I think he is he is up there with, I think, some of the top YouTube content creators in the game. From the Premier League to the EFL to any other league you want to say. Leeds United is a cash cow of the EFL. The EFL should be kissing our you-know-what. We bring in massive revenue for them, and I'm sure they're happy, unfortunately, to see us again. So we're a big club. We have a lot of advantages that other clubs in the second division don't have. And we'll be getting parachute payments. We have probably a bigger purse string than some of the other clubs. And anything below a top 6 would be a massive, massive disappointment for this club. So, with that being said, and I think the 49ers know this, they have to get this appointment right. That's number one. They got to get it right. So there will not be in a hurry. I'm not expecting really them to say anything even this week. I'm not even expecting anything maybe early next week. I'm hoping that this gets done before the end of the month. Why are you saying that, Alex? We got to get the transfer windows. We got to get this stuff going. Okay, fair point. We don't even have the ink dry on this sale. We don't even know if the sale has officially gone through the EFL. We know that the 49ers are at the wheel. We know that the deal is in place, I think, in principle. But the glossy press release, all of that stuff has not even yet to be released. The photos of the new owners, Parag, and that ownership team in the, the front offices at Ellen Road. We haven't seen that yet. So we can't announce a manager until some of that comes through, okay? Now, this comes to my the next topic, which is the list of managers have been leaked. It could be somebody that's not on the managerial list, but I'm going to pause right there. We lost out on Areola within the span of 3 hours, right? News broke at both ends. Were we a leverage piece against Bournemouth? I don't like to say this, but it's the fact of the matter that we are a second division club right now. We are always going to lose up on managers that are in the Premier League. Even a guy like Patrick Vieira, this is the cold hard truth. We have to really sell and leverage and try to, even though we think that this job is great. I think it's a great job. I think it's a big club. I think if you get this club back to the glory, you will be a legend, a la Bielsa. But this job is not made for everybody. Can we just we have to admit that this job is not just as much as the shirt and the badge wears heavy on players. You see players shrink like daffodils, like flowers, like because of Ellen Road and the shirt and the badge. I think 10x that for managers. 10x that, because they're being asked questions every day about the club. And if they're not winning, it is massively hard for them. And it's not for everybody, even if you do throw a bag at them. And now you're throwing a bag at them without the guarantee of Premier League football. It's a harder sell. So, look, I think I still would poach Carlos Cobran. He knows what it's like here. I know it's not Bielsa ball. I know it's more defensive. But when you look at what he has done in this short coaching span and where he takes his players, he would be my ideal candidate. He's been here. He knows the crowd. He knows Ellen Road. He knows Thorpe Arch. He knows where everything is. He knows the staff. I just think he can hit the ground running. I've been saying this since Marsh left, that Cobran is the man, and Carlos Cobran, and I'm hopefully that we get them over the line. If you want to shout for Fark, my only issue with Fark is I think I actually kind of rate Pookie. I think Pookie was clinical at times. He wasn't. If you had the movement of Bamford and the clinicality of Pookie, you'd probably have I don't know. You'd have a really good striker on your hands. To me, you'd have to get that. You'd have to get this number 9, the number 9s, maybe plural, correct. You'd have to get it right up top. As far as pressing, obviously, I really don't have any fear of that with our group. I think you can reinstill the pressing ability. Okay. Let's go on to this final piece here. The broken crystal ball. This is my broken crystal ball. What I think will happen. The crystal ball is cracked. No one knows exactly what's going to happen. But this is what I think is going to happen. Here's my outgoings. Tyler Adams, I think, is gone. I like to think he stays even with the injury, but the fact is that the USMNT, I know you probably don't like to hear this, but the USMNT roster is getting more competitive. I can see him losing his spot and maybe even his armband if he does not play first-team football. I think he begs, borrows, and steals to get into a top-tier league. I think Willie's probably gone. Koch is gone. Lorente, we already know, is out the door. Firpo, Rodrigo's out the door. We know $3 million release clause is probable. He's probably gone. Harrison's gone. Trauma is probably gone, although I think he's sold closer to the close of the window. Sinisterra is likely gone. Rock is gone. Meslier is gone. The one guy that's on the bubble is Vober for me, and then Costa's gone, and then Tyler Roberts is a done deal, which was announced last week to Birmingham. A cool $500K for him. Thank you for your service, Tyler Roberts. So that leaves us. So let's just do this by position. Here's what's left. We have Robles at goalkeeper. Your defenders are Pascal, Clausen, possibly Vober, Cooper, Cresswell, Ailing, and Rasmus. Not ideal, but livable, I think. If you can coach these players up, you'd probably still want to sign a true blue left back. We've been saying this for over a year, and another center back. Here's where I think there is a massive hole. With the sale of Tyler Adams and Raka, you no longer have true blue holding midfielders, game wreckers. You have Jabby, who I think's got potential, Gray, who's young, Bate, Dallas, who has not played, Forshaw, if we can re-sign him. But I think it's insane. I know people like his tidiness and his ability to recycle the ball, but I think it's insane to go 40-plus games as Forshaw as a legitimate player. That's crazy. And then Greenwood, who was a former striker. So right away, the midfield screams, the spine is screaming, help. Help me now. If we can keep Somerville, you're probably comfortable with him as a winger. James is a winger. As your 10, you have Aronson and Jaffe. I know Aronson, everybody has, me including, being a U.S. American, reservations about Aronson. You're comfortable with him off the ball. You have questions with him on the ball. Aronson and Jaffe possibly in a 10, and then a striker as Bamford, who quite honestly, again, I think you're crazy to depend on him for 40-plus games, and Ruter, kind of unknown. So to me, after that last line of defense, your midfield, your 10, and your 9 have question marks, and then you really need to fill in depth. You need depth. This is a threadbare squad as it stands right now. That's it for me. That's my time. Cheers, everybody. Good morning. Hopefully you're starting off with a cup of coffee and not a glass of beer. Marching on to go to Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Like, comment, subscribe. Cheer, Michael, Chris, Brendan Paniker. Tomorrow night, we're talking about 49ers. We're going to look at the 49ers model and what it can say about Leeds United. I thank you.